The words hit like a punch to the gut. We've decided to restructure the client relations department, Clara. Today's your last day. They lingered in the air of the glossy conference room, sharp and sour, refusing to dissipate. I locked eyes with Nathan Brooks, the new managing partner at Sterling & Partners, who'd swaggered into our Boston-based legal consulting firm just 8 months prior. His face was a polished mask, corporate sympathy layered over cold detachment. After 25 years? My voice held steady, even as a seismic tremor ripped through me. Nathan slid a manila folder across the table, his tone clipped. Business isn't personal, Clara. HR put together a severance package, 2 months' salary, benefits through the quarter's end. Beside him, Emily from HR nodded, her eyes darting anywhere but mine, murmuring, "It's a necessary shift affecting multiple departments. This isn't about your performance." Wasn't it, though? At 58, I was the oldest in client relations, my salary reflecting decades of expertise that had turned Sterling & Partners from a scrappy startup into a powerhouse. "Does James know?" I asked, invoking James Sterling, the founding partner who'd hired me a quarter-century ago. Nathan's jaw twitched. All partners were briefed on the restructuring. A dodge. James had been in London for 3 weeks, brokering our European expansion. "Best of luck, Clara," Nathan added, his smile a hollow crescent. "Security will escort you out after you clear your desk, standard protocol." Protocol I'd drafted myself 12 years ago. I'm Clara Evans, and until 10 minutes ago I was the Senior Director of Client Relations at Sterling & Partners, one of Boston's elite legal consultancies. For 25 years, I'd built bridges with our clients, learning their quirks, anticipating their needs, making them feel like more than just revenue streams in an industry where firms blur into sameness. I'd made us indispensable. Now I was being tossed aside like yesterday's memo, armed with nothing but a folder and empty platitudes. As the security guard loomed by my desk, I packed with surgical precision photos from client galas, a thank you note from the Harper family after I untangled their corporate mess, the crystal paperweight James gave me for my 20th anniversary. My phone buzzed. Lillian Carter, CEO of Carter Health, our biggest client. "Clara, hearing rumors of shakeups at S&P. Quarterly review next week. Call me now." I glanced up. Nathan was in his office, phone pressed to his ear, already weaving his narrative. He didn't get it, none of them did. Relationships aren't assets you shuffle in a spreadsheet. They're forged in trust, time, and personal stakes. And I'd just been cut off from 25 years of them. I joined Sterling & Partners in 1998, back when we squeezed into half a floor of a no-frills building with 17 clients. James Sterling, then 42 and brimming with grit, wanted a firm that put clients over billables. "Numbers talk, Clara," he'd said at my interview, "but relationships are the pulse. Anyone can crunch data. Not everyone can earn trust." I lived that mantra. While others chased titles and corner offices, I became the client whisperer. I memorized their kids' names, their alma maters. I knew who craved techie breakdowns and who wanted the 30,000-foot view. I tracked their wins, their pivots, their pain points, staying ahead of their asks, not just reacting. At my 20th anniversary, James toasted me. "Clara's our relationship maestro. She's the bedrock of this place." The firm thrived under James's vision until 2 years ago, when outside investors swooped in to bankroll growth. New blood flooded the C-suite, MBAs with slick decks and efficiency obsessions. Nathan Brooks was the worst of them, all shark smiles and profit-first zeal. Turnover spiked 40% under him. James's clients' first ethos morphed into Nathan's, maximize extraction. I'd warned them in meetings. "We're trading loyalty for quick wins. Retention's slipping." Nathan's reply? "The market's evolving, Clara. Adapt or fade. Some old ways are just dead weight." I'd felt the freeze-out creep in over 6 months. No more meeting invites, emails bypassing me, junior staff siphoning my accounts without a heads-up. Still, I thought my track record, managing ties to clients worth 60% of our revenue, shielded me. Lillian Carter alone brought in $4 million annually and had demanded me as her point person in our last contract. Then, last week, I'd overheard Nathan on a call. "Restructuring lets us shed the old guard. Their pensions would bleed us dry long-term." The writing was on the wall. I'd just been too loyal to read it. 3 days later, The sting of being marched out like a liability still seared. I sat in my apartment, job boards glowing on my laptop, texts from colleagues piling up unanswered. My LinkedIn lit up, nothing screams hot commodity like a public axing. Then the landline rang, a relic I nearly ignored until I saw the caller ID. Clara, it's James. His British lilt was taut. Just back from London. Heard what happened. This wasn't my call. Relief clashed with rage and a bitter aftertaste of betrayal. Nathan said all partners signed off. I replied, ice in my tone. I was sidelined, James snapped. They waited till I was neck deep in red tape. Then rammed it through on an emergency vote for quarterly optics. You deserved better than a handshake and a guard. Damn right I did. I want you back, he pressed. We'll spin it, a mix-up, a glitch. You're too vital. It's not that easy, James. Nathan called me legacy fat, his words. I'm disposable to them. Silence stretched, heavy with the weight of that truth. In corporate chess, a public gutting like mine kills your leverage. No redo button fixes that. I'm sorry, Clara, he said finally. You built our client base. How are they holding up without you? Nathan handed my accounts to the juniors. Melissa Tate's on Carter Health. James groaned. Lillian had once chewed Melissa out in a meeting for being too pushy. Good luck with that, I added dryly. After we hung up, my phone erupted. Clients, Lillian, Marcus from Apex Pharma, Sarah from Pinnacle Finance, the Westridge crew, all buzzing with questions. I hadn't reached out. Professionalism kept my lips sealed. But clients talk, boardrooms, golf courses, galas. Word travels. The doorbell chimed. A courier dropped off a thick envelope. A letter from Rachel Cohen, Boston's top headhunter, with a scrawled note. Heard about S&P. Your client books gold. Dinner tomorrow? I smirked, picturing Nathan's smug grin as he fired me. I wouldn't torch Sterling and partners, they'd lit the match themselves. Next morning. Lillian called at 7:38 a.m., all business. Tell me you're not really gone. Afraid so. Restructuring, they said. She snorted. 12 years with you, Clara. Melissa Tate emailed me yesterday, acting like she invented healthcare. She tried to lecture me on my own model last year. I'm sure S&P thinks it's best for clients, I said, diplomatic as ever. Cut the PR crap. We're past that. Where are you landing? Haven't decided. Figure it out fast. Our contract's up in 60 days. I'd rather stick with you. I should have vouched for Sterling's stability, but instead, thanks. Lillian, I'll let you know soon. By noon, 5 more clients called. By dinner, 11. I hadn't fished for them, they just swam to me. Rachel Cohen met me at a ritzy back bay spot. Peering over her glasses. You're the industry's wildfire right now. Nathan Brooks screwed up royally. Maybe, I said, non-committal. She laughed. Always the diplomat. That's your magic. She slid a folder over. 3 firms want you. 2 are crafting roles just to snag you and your Rolodex. The numbers inside nearly made me choke, double my old pay. It's not just your skills. Rachel said, reading my shock. It's your connections. Nathan's cost-cutting math clearly hadn't factored this in. Next morning, James called, rattled. Lunch. Harvest, 1 p.m. Things are shifting, you need to know. Curiosity 1. At Harvest, James looked like he'd aged overnight. Nathan's stonewalling me, he admitted. He sold the board on your exit as modernization. Clients aren't buying it. How bad? Killian's demanding a sit-down. Marcus is shopping around. 3 smaller accounts already bailed. I sipped my water, silent. Here's my pitch. Chief Client Officer reporting to me, bypassing Nathan. Better pay, full reins. Tempting. Too tempting. I studied him, beneath the charm fear flickered. What's the catch? He faltered. Nathan's gunning for my chair. He's rallying the new partners. If clients bolt, he'll use it to oust me. So that was it. I wasn't his priority, I was his lifeline. Sorry, James. I've got offers elsewhere. Business isn't personal, right? His own words mirrored back hit like a slap. The next week I met Rachel's trio of firms. Each dangled praise, probed about my clients. And upped the ante. I leaned toward Horizon Consulting, mid-sized, values echoing old Sterling, with equity on the table, a prize I'd never sniffed at S&P. Meanwhile, Sterling was imploding. Blogs buzzed with client unrest and boardroom drama. My ex-assistant, Ben, texted. Lillian stormed out of her meeting. Apex canceled their review. Westridge's RFPNG competitors. Then the game changer, Clara Evans? A crisp voice on the line. Jeff Parker, Boston Business Journal. Story on Sterling's shakeup. Your name's everywhere. Care to comment? Risky. My severance had a gag clause. No comment on S&P internals. Fair. But 7 major clients have cut ties, tied to your exit. Thoughts? 7. I'd only talk to 5 non-final. Clients weigh lots of factors. One more, 26 clients signed a letter demanding James replace Nathan. Know about it. I nearly dropped the phone. News to me. Then texted soon after. Emergency all hands tomorrow. Partners jetting in. Nathan's melting down. James called, frantic. Did you spark this client mutiny? Nope. Haven't lifted a finger. Then why 70% of our base threatening to walk? Investors are freaking out. Maybe they like trust over spreadsheets, I quipped. This isn't funny, Clara. 25 years building this. Gone in 25 days. Come back, equity partner. Save us. And Nathan? Board's voting tonight. He's toast. I paused. I'll answer tomorrow. Sleep dodged me. Sterling meant facing silent ex-colleagues and Nathan's wreckage. Blamed on me, no doubt. The culture was rotten. One purge wouldn't fix it. Horizon was clean, lucrative, fresh. By dawn I chose. I called Rachel. Horizon. One condition. She chuckled. Ruthless Clara. I'll pitch it. At 8:45 a.m. I strode into Sterling's all-hands, the receptionist gaping. The room buzzed partners. Staff, tension thick. James stood up front, Nathan MIA. Thanks for coming, he began. Recent staffing missteps sparked client unrest. I'm thrilled Clara Evans is back as equity partner. Heading our new client division. Murmurs rose. Also, Nathan Brooks is out as managing partner. His vision clashed with our core. All eyes swung to me. James beamed. Clara, a word? I stepped up. Calm. Thanks, James. But I'm not rejoining Sterling. Gasps. I've taken a partnership at Horizon Consulting, which, with Horizon Capital, just acquired a controlling stake in Sterling and Partners. Pandemonium. James blanched. Transition starts next week, I continued. Horizon values Sterling's legacy, no mass cuts planned unless efficiency demands it. Clara, what the hell? James hissed. Just business, James. Nothing personal. The BBJ splashed it next day. Consulting coup. Horizon snags Sterling amid client revolt. My name was a footnote, but the shift was tectonic. From fire to kingmaker in 3 weeks. Integration flew. I ran it from Horizon's sleek digs, juggling both firms' rosters. Ex-Sterling staff groveled or played nice. James took a cushy advisory gig. Our talk stayed chilly. Nathan washed up at a lesser outfit. His star dimmed. 6 months in, Horizon Sterling Consulting gleamed downtown. Retention hit 95%. The 3 lost clients boomeranged back. Revenue soared 23%. Lillian Carter strode in for lunch, grinning. Industry still buzzing about your takeover. Market correction, I corrected. Call it what you like. You proved relationships trump all. She was right. Sterling forgot their worth lay in human ties, not metrics. By cutting me, they'd slit their own throat and handed me the keys to their kingdom. Revenge? No. Justice? Quietly, gloriously, yes.